If you are alive right now, you have gotten through something. You are people on YouTube right now that are making money without actually showing their face. So I honestly cannot think of one reason why I would not have wanted to lay in my bed like I did last night and make $700. I can't think of not one reason why. And I'm so grateful that I did not stop when I wasn't making any sales, when I was struggling to figure out this whole concept of selling digital products online or making money online. Because had I stopped, I would not have been able to get to this point to be able to share all of the information and everything that I've learned with you. And I'm so grateful because my prayer honestly has been for God to use me as the example of what is possible. And that is exactly what God has been doing. I remember when I created my first digital product back in 2019, it was a rediscovery journal to help people get through their rediscovery phase because that's just the space that I was in at that time of my life. However, I did not understand that there is so much that goes into making sales online, and it's not just about creating the digital product. So if you've clicked on this video, it's because you are in a phase where you want to dive into making money online. You want to dive into digital products and digital marketing. You don't know where to start, or you have already created your digital products, or already purchased the digital products, and you have not been able to get it to sell. And I just want to say that I understand exactly where you are because I have been in all of those scenarios, right? Wanting to start and not knowing where to start, starting and not knowing how to make money, or creating the digital product or purchasing a digital product and not being able to get it to sell. And so this video is going to be a little bit of a master class type of situation. So just stick with me to the end. I'm going to try for it not to be too long, but I do want to just kind of give you some, not only some encouragement, but some things that you can actually start to consider right now so that you can start making the steps to getting to your first sale online. You are not going to be able to get to that first sale. You're not going to be able to make a dime or a dollar unless you actually start. Okay. And I know that starting can be scary. I know that when you don't have the confidence of, well, what is it that I'm going to offer? What is it that I'm going to talk about? I don't want to sit in front of the camera. I don't even know how to record anything. All of those thoughts start to come up and they keep you from actually getting started. And so the only way that you are going to be able to actually start achieving the things that you want to achieve is if you actually start. So I'm going to give you some tips and some things that I do to this day, some things that I did when I was first starting out to kind of get over the hump to finally officially get started. So the first thing that I want you to do is to think about what problem you have solved in your own life or what problem you have solved for somebody else. And I do not want to hear that I don't have anything to talk about. I've never solved a problem in my life. I've never solved anything for myself. If you are alive right now, you have gotten through something. You have solved something for yourself or have solved something for somebody else. You just have to take the time to think about it. And I want you to think outside of the box, right? Don't just think like it, don't feel like it has to be so major, right? Because the reality of it is that you really just need to help somebody get from point A to point B. So for example, your job, if you've ever had a job before, your job hired you to solve a problem, right? You might not look at it that way because you are hired, you think about it from being hired to do a job. But if you're doing a job, you're solving a problem. If you were not there to do that job, that would be a problem for that company. So, what did you do in your career? What did you do at the jobs that you have had? If you have multiple children, right? Just having multiple children and juggling, being able to make sure that they are well taken care of, whether that means making sure that they have nutritious foods to eat, getting them ready for school. If you have like a certain system that helps you get them ready for school, all of these things are problems that you are solving, right? If you were unemployed for a really long time and you figured out how to create a resume, or you figured out how to understand the applicant tracking system and how to actually get your resume to rank, that's a problem that you have solved, right? Just anything. If you were overweight and you figured out how to get healthy and how to start taking better care of yourself, that is a problem that you have solved. If you were underweight and you wanted to gain weight or gain muscle, those are problems that you have solved. And so I just wanted to give you a few examples so that you can think outside of the box of, well, what is it that I have done in my own life? How have I helped myself get over certain humps? What have I solved for me or help somebody else solve for them that I can actually bring to the world? So here's where most people get it wrong. I don't want you to think about it from the perspective of, well, I'll have to teach somebody how to do this. That's where most people get it wrong, because they feel like they have to come off as a guru or as an expert. And it puts this weight on your shoulders. Like, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a whatever, I'm not an expert in this category. But you don't necessarily even have to be an expert. You don't have to teach anybody how to do anything. You literally just have to walk through your own process, right? And just explain and talk and share about what it is that you are actually doing, not teaching anybody. I'm literally giving you the steps that I have taken, right? Subsequently, from me just talking to you about the things that I've done, I'm teaching you what has worked and what hasn't worked, but not from a teaching standpoint, right? More so from a, this is what has worked for me. This is what I'm doing currently to make sales online, like you see here on the screen. And if you are watching this video, you also want to be able to make sales online. And I'm just basically telling you what I did to make my first sale and what I'm currently doing to continue to make sales every day, right? And so think about it from, I'm just sharing my experience with you. I'm sharing what I went through, the struggles that I had when I wasn't making any sales, and how I got over that hump. Think about it from that point of view. And when you just start to share your experience, you'll start to attract people that can connect with that exact experience, with the things that you are going through or the things that you went through when you were trying to solve your own problem. So even if you have not fully solved the problem for yourself, you can still talk about your process. And I want you to get used to the idea of pivoting, right? I want you to get used to the idea of changing things when things need to be changed. In business, if you are not comfortable with change, if you are not okay with the fact that, okay, this is how I started, but I might have to switch it up at some point throughout my journey, then you are more than likely going to struggle in business. And I don't want that to be you. I don't want that to be your reality. So I want you to get used to the idea of starting in one place, and then maybe if something comes up to where your audience is calling for something else, or it's just time for you to make a change, be okay and be comfortable with making that change. Why? Because that's just the way business is. That's how life is, honestly. You have to be able to roll with the punches and to be able to shift gears when you need to. And so just starting is actually going to get you closer to the place where you ultimately want to be. So let's say you start off just sharing your experience about something that you are in the process of solving for yourself. Gradually, as you are going through that process, you are learning what works and what doesn't work. And so you're sharing what works and what doesn't work. What's going to happen is you're going to garner an audience that is interested in exactly what it is that you're doing, and then they're going to start asking you questions. And when you start getting those questions, that's going to give you information as to what your audience actually wants from you, which then will lead you into understanding more about what product you need to create. Most people want to start off with creating the digital product first without building the audience, getting to know their audience. And that's where they mess up, because you don't even know if you're creating a product that someone actually wants. But when you have started sharing your experience and you started building your audience, you get to know your audience will tell you what it is that they want. You won't have to guess. And that's going to make making money online so much easier. When I started this entire journey, I delayed my progress from making money online because I did not want to invest in actually getting the information that I needed, right? I thought that I could just watch a bunch of YouTube videos, read a bunch of books, and that I would be able to just piece it all together. That is the furthest from the truth. Do not make the same mistakes that I made. Okay. When I actually made the decision to start investing in mentorship, when I actually made the decision to start investing in getting to the answers quicker, that's when I started making money. I give a crazy amount of game on my YouTube videos, but it does not compare to the information that's in my ebooks or the information that you get when you are in the digital product school community. So, if you are ready to actually start making sales online, you are ready to take a chance on yourself and you're ready to do it the smart way and not the hard way. I literally created a ebook bundle, 100 ways to guarantee your first sale online. And I packed it with not only the 100 ways to guarantee your first sale, but I also included beginner's guide to digital products and buyer psychology 101. Right now, it is at an insanely discounted price, and it is not going to stay at that price. Probably after this video, it's going to change. And so I want you to make a decision, right? I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just trying to share with you what has worked for me so that you can start making sales online like you want to actually start making sales online. So, if that's something that you are interested in, definitely click the link in the description box below. Go ahead and get that ebook bundle to start. If you are ready for accountability, then you need to be in digital product school. I meet with my community every Thursday, and you have the opportunity to meet with us starting this Thursday, you guys. So click the link in the description box below. Now, I just want you to know that that opportunity to be in digital product school is not going to be for everybody, because if you are not ready to be held accountable and to actually get to your goals with somebody holding you accountable, a group of people that is supporting you and actually doing the same thing as you, which is getting to their goals and not just waiting for the perfect time, then that's not going to be an option for you. So I wouldn't even suggest you join digital product school if you're not actually ready to work. Okay, so now that you have started thinking about what problem it is that you have to solve, I want you to start practicing recording. Okay, start practicing talking about what it is that you are solving for yourself or for somebody else. Why? Because content is queen. Okay, content is queen. And the only way that you are going to be able to connect with an audience that needs what it is that you have is if you start posting content. And the only way for you to start posting content is to get in front of your camera or your phone. I don't want to hear the excuse of I don't have a high tech phone or I don't have a high tech camera. You really don't need one, right? The two things that I would recommend for sure is a microphone, absolutely 1000% a microphone. And you can get that on Amazon for $10 to $12, maybe $15 at the most to start a starter microphone. And I would absolutely invest in a tripod, which you can also get online somewhere, right? You can get it anywhere. It doesn't have to be expensive, just get you one. So those are the two things that I would invest in. But I want you to start practicing recording. So if you don't have your microphone, if you don't have your tripod yet, that's the next step. So, thinking about what problem it is that you have solved or are solving for yourself or someone else, and investing in your microphone and in your tripod. In the meantime, I want you to start practicing. Prop your phone up somewhere and start practicing recording in front of the camera. Now, I just want you to know that that is not the only option to get content out. There are people on YouTube right now that are making money without actually showing their face. So you can use B roll and you can go to websites like pixel.com or Storyblock, and you can actually get your B-roll content and just create a video of B-roll, write your script out, and then do an audio, a voiceover over the B-roll if you don't want to be camera facing. So there are multiple ways for you to do this, you guys. If you have not started making money online, it's because you're playing yourself right now. Okay. I got to be honest with you because I'm not here to sugarcoat it. You are playing yourself. So you have a starting point. I want you to get started. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope that you guys found value in this video. I try to pack as much as I can in these videos, but I just want you to know that the things that they are not telling you here online are the things that you actually need. And I'm trying to give as much as I can here on YouTube, but I obviously cannot give every single thing here on YouTube. If you don't have a strategy, you need a strategy to make money online. Bottom line. So if you're ready to get started, I invite you to click the link down in the description box below and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like this video, and of course, leave me a comment on what was your greatest takeaway. You guys know that I love connecting with you guys in the comments. I try to respond to every single one of them. So if I miss them, just give me a minute because I'm going to get to it. You guys have been amazing with just engaging and liking the videos and really showing up. So it really tells me that you guys are getting the information that you not only need, but that you want. And so I'm grateful for each and every one of you that are here. We went from 500 subscribers just the other day to 580 at this point, and we are about to hit, I really feel like we're about to hit 600 real soon. So I am so happy that you all are here. I cannot wait to see you on the next video. Click the link down in the description box. I hope to see you inside of the community, and I hope to see you on my email list. I'll see you guys somewhere on the inside. Bye, guys.